Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to deal with microeconomics. I'm so excited. The Maritime Economics group is encouraging me. The way they are viewing my videos in Maritime Economics is unbelievable. I thank you guys. At least now I know that you care about what I'm doing. Now let's talk about maritime economics. We have two kinds of approaches. We have macroeconomics and microeconomics. Now, from the very word go, young ones, understand that micro is approaching things at a smaller scale. Micro means you are dealing with anything at a smaller scale as far as the economics is concerned, our context. Now we're going to start with microeconomics, and then it will be followed by macroeconomics, which means you'll be dealing with your economics at regional or continental stage. So the microeconomics in this our context will be dealing with issues surrounding a company itself. Remember, we are not going to deviate. We are going to remain with our maritime economics, which by nature is the transportation of goods from one place to another, and also the way of doing business in the maritime sector. So there are so many things we are going to deal with. I've already mentioned some, like demand and supply, right? There are so many decisions that are taken, and these decisions are taken at a company level, that is by the leaders in the company, the executives. They have to take decisions. At the same time, in this same company, there are workers who have to be considered, including their wages. They must earn money because they are employed. So at strategic level, there are decisions that need to be taken. On the other hand, there are also investors who look at companies and invest there too. Yes. So many people are involved. I don't care whether it's at a building stage, like building a ship, shipyards. There are decisions to be taken at that level. Or at chartering of ships, there are decisions to be taken thereof. Or at manufacturing, there are decisions to be taken in that company. So we are talking about the decisions and the resources that are required in the business. Now, who are supposed to be employed? Do we have finances to support the business? How much do we pay our customers? How much do we pay our workers? Now we need to take the cargo. We need to trade. We are taking goods from where they are manufactured to where they are sold. We are using transport that has got to be paid. We talked about the freight tariffs. You remember. So all that kind of issue revolves around microeconomics at a company level. That's what we're talking about today. So, in short, microeconomics is a branch of studies, or is concerned with studies that involve the behavior of individuals within the company. How do we do things in this company? And also the company itself or the firm itself. Yeah, we're going to take decisions now. In making those decisions, there are certain things we need to look at. We need to consider the resources we have, right? We might have enough resources, or we might have scarce, or we might not have resources, which means scarce resources. And also interaction between the individuals within the company. You need to look at those kind of things. Now, what are resources? Resources are all inclusive of so many things. It could be capital, financial resources that will take through this business. It could be human resources, right? Could be financial resources, it could be human resources, whatever. It could be technology, whatever you will need to drive the company forward. So we'll club all those things under the word resources. You need resources, or the enablers. Before you can say there is a business, there must be resources to take the business through. So the company needs to look at those resources and also individual behaviors. Now, we are considering the allocation of resources. It could be financial resources. How do you allocate the funds in this company so that everything is done? So we call that a allocation of resources. Right. What is the resources? I have mentioned one of them as financial resources. Right? It could be capital resources. It could be human resources. It could be technology, whatever you are going to use for the success of the company. And also I said we need a kind of interaction between the people who are working in the company. They must not be working in silos, everybody sitting in his or her corner. No, we don't need that. So we need to work together for the success of the company. Now, maybe one needs to make an example of macroeconomics. The company is working towards success. Let me put it as easy as that. The company is working towards success. We need to win in this company. We need to maximize our profit. We need more money. This is a business. We need more money. We need to maximize the profit. Now, maybe even before you talk about profit, you need to maximize production. Let's produce. Nobody should be lazy. If we are manufacturing cars, let's manufacture cars. We must have time frames, right? We are starting on this date. We need to finish on a certain date. Those are the decisions that I made in a company to maximize production, to make great things within this company, to build many cars within a specified time. So that is taken as strategic levels. Those are the decisions that are taken by the people who work there at a managerial stage. Apart from maximizing production, we need to look at the capacity. Do we have capacity to do the work? What do I mean when I talk about capacity? I mean everything we want, including people who are going to do the work. We call them capacity also. Are you able to do the work? Do you have capacity to do the work? Do you have people to work in this company? Yeah, because what you want? You want higher production. Now we are considering the company at a smaller scale in general. We are not even going to the region. That is, maybe when I say a region, we're not going to SADC. I'm not talking about SADC. SADC is all these countries in the south, right? No, I'm not talking about what those countries would be doing. I'm not talking about the continent, what the people in Africa are doing. I'm talking about us in this company at a smaller scale. Another intention the company has to look at, the company must ensure that whilst you are producing big, you also want to lower the prices of doing business. You should not be paying too much to produce. You must plan for that. Intention to lower the prices should be there. And at the same time, you must be able to compete with other companies. You don't lower the prices to produce an inferior product. You can lower the prices, but the product remains good, so that you are able to compete with other companies in the market. Now, these are decisions that are taken at a company scale, at a company stage scale, or at a lower scale of economics, of the business, of trade. So you are trying by all means to build good products, or to come out with good products, at the same time lowering the prices, but the product must be very good. Microeconomics also studies individuals. I said that there are people here who are working. And also business decisions. There are words you need to master when you talk about microeconomics. Now here there are individuals you are talking about. People who are going to decide. And also business decisions themselves. Now, business decisions should be fruitful, which means that whatever you decide must be able to lift the business. Microeconomics also focuses on supply and demand, right? Who is demanding a product from you, and what kind of a product? Who wants to buy a product from you? Who is demanding the product? Where is this product required? Where is it going to? Who is a supplier? It's you, because you are supplying somebody overseas. You are going to send shoes to Beijing, right? You are a supplier, right? And Beijing is demanding this load from you at a certain price, the price you agree as to how much you're going to pay. Now, macroeconomics also, I have already mentioned this one just now, price levels. It also deals with price levels, or it also studies price levels. This company is going to consider prices because you can't sell more than the market. You look at the market first. How much is this product sold? If it's cars, how much are they sold by people around you or countries around you? You study the market, the price levels. You don't have to charge more than anybody else. At the same time, you don't have to charge lower. All that falls under microeconomics. Now, the approach at this company level is bottom up. Decisions are taken here at a lower level by everybody. And then recommendations are sent up to the executives. So, which means that it's not about a situation where executives decide by themselves, leaving everybody else out. No, everybody must have part to play in this company. So we call that bottom up, when we start at a lower level taking decisions, and then we recommend up to the echelons, higher echelons of the business, and those people confirm, approve, or not approve. So that is the decision-making stage. Even the investors who are going to invest in this your own company, they also look at decisions taken by this your company, and they also have their own decisions. Ordinary people who are not directly involved in the company but want to invest in your company, they have investment decisions as well. Microeconomics is used to understand also human choices. What do we choose to do in this company? Or what do people around us want from us? What kind of product they want? We're talking about human decisions. Decisions are taken all over, whether one is a buyer or a seller. Decisions, choices, there are choices, there are decisions, and allocation of resources. There are choices, there are decisions, and there are allocation of resources. I have already explained resources. You may be forced to make changes. Changes do happen. If this one doesn't work, you try another one, because you are taking decisions at a company. There must be certain conditions that force you to change decisions. Sometimes there are no changes altogether. And then when there are no changes altogether, the status quo of the economics of the company is at an equilibrium. Now, we are not changing anything. Everything is balancing. Now, information about the company, we usually get it in financial statements. Such microeconomics is collectively shown in your financial statements. Not yours per se, but in the company's financial statements. So guys, I think you understand now what is microeconomics. I've tried. I'm not an economist. My economics ends with maritime. I understand the maritime economics. So even the microeconomics in the maritime sector, I know it very well. So you are going to take it that way. Those who do economics strictly, they can expand even more further than what I'm saying now. What I'm saying now is elementary. And it is elementary at your grade stage, right? You don't need to stress about so many things. Stress about these things I've just said to you as far as maritime economics is concerned. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen.